Good day. Our discussion for today is the union and intersection of events. This is a lesson for grade 10 on quarter 3, week 6. And before we begin our discussion, let's have first a review. So, using the numbers from 1 to 10, group them according to the following: divisible by 1, prime numbers, composite numbers, greater than 15, and less than 15. So let's start with the first group, divisible by 1. And we know all the whole numbers are divisible by 1 and itself. So we have to write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, for the second group, let us identify prime numbers. Prime numbers are integers whose only factors are 1 and itself. So we will start with the smallest prime, 2. Also, we have 3, 5, and 7. Take note, 1 is not a prime number. Now let's try the composite numbers. These are integers that can be formed by multiplying two smaller positive integers. So we have here 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Again, 1 is also not a composite number. So number 1 is neither prime nor composite. Now for the next group, greater than 15. And we know there is no given number that is greater than 15. So we'll leave it blank. And lastly, less than 5. So let's list down the numbers less than 5. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is not included because we only use the word less than, not less than or equal to. And as you notice among the groups, there are numbers that is found on 2 or more groups. There are also numbers that can only be found in one group. And these things, the common and uncommon to them, can be classified as the union and intersection of events. So to discuss, let's have first some definition of terms. Let's start here with the experiment. When we speak of experiment, this is any process that produces an observation. So dito po, experiment is something that we do na meron tayong ine-expect na may outcome. Okay? Now, when we speak of the outcome, we are referring to the result or the observation produced by an experiment. So, may it be isa lang yung result, pwedeng dalawa, pwedeng tatlo, or pwedeng combination nila. While when we speak of sample space, this is the set of all the outcomes of an experiment. Now, you have the collection of all the possible outcomes, and we call it the sample space. Again, outcome, it could be only 1 or 2, while sample space is the collection of all your outcomes. We also have here the event. When we speak of event, this is any outcome or any set of outcomes of the experiment. Meaning, if you have there your sample space, event is just a smaller group coming from your sample space. So yun nga yung nakalagay, it could be any outcome, isa lang, or pwede ding group of outcomes naman. Just make sure that it is smaller than your sample space. An event is said to occur if the outcome of the experiment contains it. It means, huwag kang mag-expect ng ibang outcome doon sa experiment mo. Dapat yung relatable lang, hindi yung mag-expect ka ng ibang sagot. Also, for our main lesson, we have here the union. When we speak of union of two sets, this is a new set that contains all of the elements are in at least one of the two sets. So, from the word union, pinagsasama natin. So, this is written as A-U-B. So, you have there U for union. And it is read as A or B and can be written or read as B or A. Again, we are using here or. Now let's go to intersection. When we speak of intersection, intersection of two sets is a new set that contains all of the elements that are in both sets. So as you can see, we use here an inverted U and read as A and B, and at the same time can be written at read as B and C. So dito po we use the word and. Again, for the union, you have U and or. For the intersection, we have there inverted U and end. So, let's try to answer some problems that involves union and intersection of events. First problem. In grade 10 Malikhain, there are two different clubs, music club and artist club. Among the boys, 23 are members of the music club and 17 are members of the artist club. While among the girls, 10 are in music and 11 are in an artist club. Gian, Jake, Paul, Lee, and Henry are members of the two groups, while Pauline, Zam, and Gia are also members of the said groups. Questions: how many boys are in music club, in artist club? How many girls are in music club, in artist club? How many students are there in grade 10 Malikhain? And how many of them are members of both clubs? So for us to be able to answer this question, we have to make a Venn diagram. Do you remember your Venn diagram? So for the Venn diagram, we have first to create our universal set. So let's make our rectangle here. And let's label it as grade 10 Malikhain. Next, we know that the section is divided into two clubs, the music and artist club. So it means we simply have to draw two circles that represent the two clubs. So one for the music and one for the artist. So let's label music and artist. Now, let's try to identify the number of members among the clubs. So to do that, let's use color blue for the male and color red for the female. And in doing your Venn diagram, we always start with the common members of the group. So take a look at this last statement. We have here this. Gian, Jake, Paul, Lee, and Henry are members of two groups. So meaning, in the middle, we will put 5 kasi there are 5 males. While for the girls, ayan, let's use the red. So we have Zam, Pauline, and Gia. So there are 3 for the common members of the two groups. Next, let's go up. So it tells us that while among the girls, so for the girls, there are 10 in music and 11 in artist group. So for you to be able to identify that, check mo lang po ang ating music group. So that's this circle. So identify mo yan. Sabi, there are 10. But as you can see, meron na tayong tatlong na ilagay. So to do that, we simply have to subtract that 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. Meaning, there are 7 girls na music club lang ang sinalihan. There are 3 girls na sinalihan ang music and artist. So para hindi madoble yon, we have to subtract it from our total. Next, for the artist club, there are 11 girls. So katulad kanina, we just simply have to locate to check our artist group. And then there are also 3 members already. So we just have to subtract 11 minus 3 para hindi po madoble yung mga batang yan. And then you have there 8 girls for the artist club. So let's do the same for the boys. So we have there 23 members of the music club and 17 are of the artist club. So again, we have 23 for the music, but we have to subtract 5 kasi part na siya ng circle na to. And we only have there 18. And then for the artist club, we have 17. Pero mayroon na tayong 5 na ilista. So minus 5 and you have 12. So para hindi tayo malito sa ating mga drawing, let's encircle the answers that we have. So we have 7, 8, we have 12 there, 18, 5, and 3. Now, we can proceed with the questions here. So first question, how many boys are in music club? So we have to write here music. So for the music, ilan nga ba ang ating boys dyan? So check mo lang po yung circle natin ng music. And ilan yung boys natin? We have 18 plus 5. Therefore, we have 23 members. And then for the artist club, do the same. So for the artist, count lang uli natin. We have there 5 plus 12, which is 17. Now, same question for the girls. Check nyo lang po uli yung red label natin. So for the music, we have there 7 plus 3, which is we have 10 members. Now, for the artist club, we have 3 plus 8, which is 11. So we have 11 members na girls on the artist club. Now, the question is, how many students are there in grade 10 malikhain? So for you to be able to do that, it's like simply getting all the number of students. So this is actually the union. So you have them M, union A for the artist, and we simply have to add all the numbers that we encircled. So we have 18 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 12 plus 8. And the answer here is 53. There are 53 students of grade 10 malikhain. And lastly, how many of them are member of both clubs? So to do that, common naman po na member siya ng music and artist. So this is a representation of your intersection. So sa intersection po natin, titignan lang natin yung nasa gitna ng dalawang circle. So pinakagitna, common, we have there 5 and 3. So meron tayong 8 students who actively joined the two groups. So that's how Venn diagram helps us in solving these problems. Now let's try another example. So we have here different problems to answer, and this is the given problem. The extracurricular activities in which the senior class at Taguig National High School participated in were drama, band, and athletics. 38 were into drama, 51 were into band, and 37 were into athletics. 30 seniors were into both drama and band. 14 seniors were in both drama and athletics, while 18 were in both band and athletics. 10 seniors were members of 3 extracurricular activities, while 67 were not into extracurricular activities. Again, before we proceed with the questions, let's represent the problem with a Venn diagram. So let's have first our universal set as a rectangle. And let's label here the extracurricular activities. And we know that there are 3 extracurricular activities. They are drama, we also have band, and we have athletics. So drama, band, and athletics. Again, in solving your Venn diagram, always start with the very bottom given. And in here, our sentence is that 67 seniors were not into extracurricular activities. So, they do not belong to any of the circles. We simply have to put them outside. So, we put them here, 67. Next, we have there 10 seniors were members of the 3 extracurricular. So, find the intersection of the 3 circles there. Upon finding the intersection of the 3 circles, we can now put there 10. So, there are 10 seniors who actively joined the 3 activities. Going up again, we have there 18 were in both band and athletics. So, take a look at the band and athletics intersection. Di po ba? Ito namang circle na yon. Since meron ka ng 10, we simply have to subtract it from 18. So, 18 minus 10. So, you have here 8. Going up again, we have 14 seniors were in both drama and athletics. So, drama and athletics, ito naman siya on the other side. So, again, may 10 na uli. So, that's 14 minus 10, which is 4. And lastly, we have 30 seniors were into drama and band. So, 30 here. So, we'll have 30 minus 10. That gives you 20. Now, upon finding those, we can now identify those who only joined drama, band, and athletics. And here, we have 37 were into athletics. So, looking at the circle of your athletics, ito po yung athletics natin. Sabi, meron daw po tayong 37. However, sa circle natin, meron na tayong 4, meron pang 10, meron pang 8. So, we have to subtract it all. And we have remaining of 15. Yan, there are 15 students who just joined athletics alone. Now, for the band, there are 51. So, again, katulad kanina, identify your circle for the band. So, that is 51 minus 20 minus 10 and minus 8. So, you have there 13. Lastly, for the drama, there are 38. So, we have there this circle, and that is 38 minus 20 minus 10 minus 4. So, there are only 4 remaining students. Now, let's try to answer these problems. Okay, you have there A for athletics, B for band, and D for drama. And there are 18 for this. So we have to identify if it is the union or intersection of A and B. So take a look at our 2 circles, the A and the B. And we have to find that 18. If we have the union, we simply have to add all the numbers from the 2 circles. So, of course, when we add 15 plus 4 plus 8 plus 20, it would be more than 18. But if we try to look at the intersection is just this middle. 10 plus 8 is 18. Therefore, the answer for the first one is intersection. Next, for number 2, we have there D blank B. Those are the 2 circles at the top. And again, check when will we be able to find 30. And upon looking at the numbers, this is the result when we add the numbers on the intersection. 10 plus 20. So again, this is an intersection. Meaning, if we are looking for a smaller result, it will lead us to the intersection. So if we have bigger number, it could be the union of the events. So let's try A blank D. So you have athletics and drama and 61. Let's make sure if we add it all, the answer is 61. So for the drama, we have 4 plus 20 plus 10 plus 4 plus 8 plus 15. So let's try to add it all. 61. And the answer here is actually 61. So meaning it's really the union of those two events. Ayan. Next, how many students were in senior class? So for us to be able to find out the number of students, we simply have to add all the numbers here. So meron na tayong 61 for the drama and athletics. I-add po natin ang ating estudyante sa band, which is 13. So 61 plus 13. Also, yung 67 na hindi sumali sa kahit anong activity. So we have there 141. So the answer for first question is 141. Next, number 2. How many students participated in drama? So sa drama po, you have to check the circle of the drama and you have to add all the numbers in it. You have 4 plus 20 plus 10 plus 4. And you have there 38 students who participated in drama. Also, the next question, how many senior students were in band? So again, check the circle of the band and add all the numbers. So we have there 13 plus 20 plus 10 plus 8. And we have 51. So we have 51 students into band. And lastly, let's say A is athletics, B is band, and D is drama. Find the following. So, we simply have to get the union or intersection of this different given. A is A union B. So, meaning we have to add all the numbers in A and B. So, let's try it. A, we have here A is 15 plus 4 plus 10 plus 8 plus 20 plus 13. And adding it all, we have 70. Next, for A union D, so again, adding all the numbers on the circles of A and D, so we have there 15 plus 4 plus 10 plus 8 plus 4 plus 20. And we have there
30, 42, 52.
61. Oh, this is just the same with that problem. Next, for letter C, that is drama, union, band. So again, let's add all the numbers from their circles. So drama, you have there 4 plus 4 plus 20 plus 10 plus 8 plus 13. And we have here 30,
46.
59. Now, let's try their intersection. Again, when we speak of intersection, common sa dalawang events. So, you have their drama, intersection, band. And we have there 20 plus 10, which is 30. Athletics, intersection, band. And we have 10 plus 8, which is 18. We also have athletics, intersection, drama. We have 4 plus 10, which is 14. And letter G, you have to get the union of the 3 activities. And for the union of 3 activities, so we just simply have to add it all except for the number outside the circle. So, hindi natin isasama yon. And we have there 74 students. Okay? And lastly, what is the intersection of the 3? So the intersection here is find the very intersection of the 3 circles, and we have there 10. And that's how we answer our Venn diagram.